Okay, today the students have challenged the teacher to draw a minion, and I believe this is Minion Bob. So let's get started. All right, so first of all, a minion is a pretty simple kind of creature. He is an oval shape, but not just any oval. It's kind of wide, and like an egg, it's a little smaller at the top and a little wider at the bottom, but he's almost like a square. He has like a kind of a flat head. So this part right here is where I really want to be light with my pencil and try to get this right. So you see how it kind of squares out down here? All right, but it's definitely no square, it's more oval. Now we've got the idea of that's going to be the shape of his body. We're going to get the halfway point on here because that's going to mark where his overalls end, and that'll give us a good idea of how to fit all the rest of the stuff. So his eyes take up the whole top part of his head. He's wearing like goggles. So I want to find the middle here, and I'm going to draw a curved line this way and a curved line this way. So that then I know exactly that that's going to be how big these goggles are. And they're very round, like perfect circles. So I'm making like the number 8 here on its side, but I'm trying to get them to be nice and round. And they don't have to touch in the middle because that's how the goggles are created. All right, so we've got that part done. Now we're going to create the center part of the lens, which shows the entire eye. And from there, we're going to go into the center of his eye. And I think a minion or a cartoon character looks really good when you outline with some black. So I would get a regular black pen and add some dark qualities right now. So circle, center circle, and then you've got to leave a white speck if you can to get that pupil to look like it shines. So circle, center circle, and leave a white speck. All right, so we've got his eyes going, but we've got to create the rest of the goggles. So I'm going to sharpen my lines since he is a cartoon character. He doesn't need really any shadow since he's a cartoon character. But you can give it some shadow. It's always gives a little more 3D look if you shadow something. All right, so we're making 2 little rectangles on either side there. And if you can see some of his head, you can make this have like a strap that goes around. But if you can't see the rest of the head, you don't have to worry about that. All right, so now I'm pretty sure about this line here. And I'm going to sharpen that. And he looks furry, which isn't his character. So I'm going to clean up a little bit on that part. All right, so now it's time to make the overalls. And I feel like I need a little bit more room for the mouth. So I'm going to erase that line and move it down a little. And we'll put his mouth on first before we do his overalls. So it's just kind of like a half circle. And then I split it in half that way and there and there. That gives you 4 teeth. And then we're just going to curve under, 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 under. And there's his mouth. All right, let's get those overalls on. So for his overalls, I'm going to draw a straight line like this. And I'm going to make his hands first because I can draw everything else around the hands. So for the hands, I'm going to make an oval. And I'm going to make 1, 2 scoops this way and 1 full circle under it. So it's like a 3 here and a 0 there. It's 30. And then I can make this have the end of a glove. Let's do it on the other side. Oval first. Now we're going to be making a backwards 3. And then another oval there. And then we'll turn this into his wrist. All right, so now we're going to put the arms on. So the arms are going to come out to his body. Then curve around under. And then we'll bring these 2 lines up to there. Curve under and up, and end up touching his body. Now for the straps of his overalls, they look like they come out of his hands, but they're going to go just like that. And then his pocket is not a half circle. It's like a curved edge on the bottom for the pocket. Now the bottom part of his overalls go like this, just like the letter L that way, and that's it. The overalls are done. Now let's give him some feet. Let's go down to the middle so we have a line, and then we'll make the bottom of his pant leg this way and that way, and just kind of curve it into the body. Now for the feet, we're going to make 1 line down, and then bubble around that way, bubble around this way. We're going to put a curve there like it's giving us some shadow on the top of his shoe. And we can split that there. And your minion is done. Best wishes and good luck.